Hi, my name is Sneha Deshpande. To all my dear student friends and respected faculty members, thank you President Sneha Pandya for reaching out to me with this innovative thought of alumni address. I'm thankful to this institute. It accepted me for who I am and gave me an opportunity to learn about life sciences industry and life in New York City. I enjoyed every bit of my graduate school with every bit of emotion. It's a coincidence that I got my first job right here in Babio Center. On 8th of July 2010, New Jersey ISP had organized a chapter day at Stevens. I had a list of talks I wanted to attend, copies of my resume, business cards, everything ready for the event. Towards the end of the day, I attended a presentation on validation and change control project. After the talk, I marched towards the presenter and told her how I was able to correlate her talk to my coursework and projects. We spoke for 20-25 minutes and then she asked for my resume. Couple weeks later, I had an interview call. I as well received an offer letter, but happiness only lasted for 24 hours. Client declined my hiring. My first job was gone. But miraculously, after a month, they again decided to hire me. So I started working for the same client. I have gone through the cycle of getting a job and losing that job 4 times in my 29-month-long career. During all this time, I have worked as a validation engineer, a quality engineer, a business development assistant, technical writer, and product support coordinator. My experience while doing all these jobs is a whole different topic of discussion. But what message as an alumni I can give to you all? Number 1, learn to drive before your first job interview. Before my first job interview, I only drove 2 times in this country, and that too with the help of my kind friends taking out those blind spots for me. So reaching to the interview site was a bigger of a deal for me than cracking my first job interview. Get your licenses done and learn to drive. It's very important. Message number 2. Always be prepared for your interview. You never know when you are going to get that call. To prepare yourself for it, you can talk to yourself in front of a mirror or videotape your interviews with the help of your friends. Prepare for questions like describe yourself. What is your passion? How do you define success? How will you handle failure? Will you behave as a Hitler, or would you become Dara Singh and go wrestling? Will you sit and cry, or will you handle it with right combination of humility and confidence? Message number 3. Talk to plenty of recruiters. It will help you to prepare for your interviews. A recent study on American staffing showed that from 2009 to 2012, the staffing companies have added 786,000 jobs to the US economy. Employment in temporary help services has increased by 45%. I so wish that all of you get a full-time job of your choice. But if you don't get one, take advantage of a symbiotic relationship between you, a staffing company, and end client. Message number 4. Job hunting. Job hunting is a very personal. Everybody will tell you different strategies. Someone might tell you like go log on LinkedIn 10 times a day. Someone might emphasize more on networking. Someone might tell you to apply online for a whole day, etc. But I think what will 100% work for you is that being true to your own self and never stop trying. Take any job which comes to you. Take as a sales position, go for marketing job, quality, regulatory, validation, operations, anything. By now, I discussed few things about interview preparation and job hunting. If any one of you at this point feel like this is too much to go through And if you happen to have a friend or roommate, just like Mark Zuckerberg, the guy who started Facebook in his own dorm room at Harvard, do not let it go. See if it works. While preparing for this talk, I reached out to students and asked them what would they want to hear from an alumni. Here are some of the questions I came across and my opinion on it. One student asked me how to manage time, studying, applying, preparing for interviews, dealing with that snow. I know it's hard, but what I would say is make small groups, set daily or weekly application goals, take each other's interview, have job tracking spreadsheets and share them with your friends. I don't think any one of you or any one of us for that matter need any suggestion on studying together part. We all are born experts. Just stay away from plagiarism. Another girl wanted to know about some of the myths versus facts. In my opinion, one of the major myths among students is that there is no sponsorship available. I think we have got CPT and OPT. Togetherly, 30 plus months of experience on your resume without a sponsorship will definitely help a potential employer to evaluate your progress and sponsor your visa. President Sneha Pandya also asked for my thoughts on PME courses selection. I think there is a lot going on in medical devices industry. So if you are interested in it, take related courses. There is also a symposium coming up in Boston. Let me know if you are interested in attending that. Along with all of your job search, club activities, studies, I think it will be a wise idea to focus on improving your communication skills. There are plenty of free magazines available online. Read business magazines, read pharmaceutical technology. I'm sure it will help you in your studies and in your interviews as well. In the end, I would like to pass on some thoughts which I try to practice in my career. First, don't only take a paycheck with you while you are working at your college or at your co-op or at your full-time. I know how important it is. But keep filling your arsenal with new skills. You never know which one you might need and when. Thanks to Professor Walsh. Number 2. I understand that this event is being organized by Women in Pharma Club. So I thought of sharing following. Sheryl Sandberg, who is a Chief Operative Officer at Facebook, mentioned this fantastic statistics in one of her talks. She says, only 4.2% of Fortune 500 CEOs are women. 13% parliament seat all over the world occupied by women. Corporate America top C-level jobs, only 14% are women. 24% of professors in this country are women. What do we conclude from this? Men rule the world. So, our generation needs to change these numbers. So, all the ambitious women and forward-thinking men, can you think of a world where men running half of our homes and women running half of our businesses and institutions? I think it will be much better world to live in. Thanks Sheryl for sharing this amazing thought. Thank you all. Sitting in a room talking to this camera, it's kind of a first time for me. So I'm really looking forward for your feedback. You can connect to me via Facebook or LinkedIn. I will be more than happy to help you all as alumni. Thank you.